California.
What's up, YouTube? It's Artisan MC out foraging for food during the lockdown, trying to get some errands done before it gets too late since it can't work. But I was listening to Angry Man, as I always do. Shout out, double M, double up. And amongst the number of things that he mentioned in his string, which was excellent, he mentioned this whole him boycotting Marvel. Right. And one of the reasons was the whole snowflake and safe space thing. Now, I heard about these characters. I was paying no attention to these motherfuckers because my view on this shit is I want that shit to go away. I want it to go far away and never come back. It just die on the vine. Okay? I want that book to do fucking wood numbers. But what I didn't know, and he brought up when he went to the page to actually see how many people liked or disliked that shit, he brought up the fact that these characters were new warriors. And that resonates with me a little bit, right? And so I question about if they were new warriors or how they were meaning the term. Because I know what the term means for me. It means a group of younger superheroes led by a black man, Night Thrasher, who were not Avengers, not X-Men, but were warriors none the same. Some of my favorite characters of all are in that group. Okay? And they never got really their just due. Till the late in the 90s, they really came to some prominence. But then when you had the whole Stanford incident, where they were undergoing their second and third iteration, they turned into fucking jokes. Okay? And Angry Man, told me yes, they were new warriors. So I'm driving around, so I stop, I pull over, I pull up the Marvel thing and pull up the trailer and watch the trailer. No fucking way believable. No way fucking believable that this is what they've done to the new warriors to me. I can't believe that shit. I mean, I say I can't believe it in the sense that they went there with this team. But in a fucked up way, it makes sense. Okay? I can't believe they threw this shit out there. And I guess they were running out of teams to put any of this social justice whining bullshit on. So the New Warriors was the last one on the list. Because they've hit the X-Men. They hit the X-Men. They got polyamory and all kind of shit on the X-Men. Right? They hit the Avengers. It's there. They hit the Young Avengers. It's there. So, one of the only teams missing, I guess, was the New Warriors, which they could have just left it alone. So that kind of incensed me. And for me, the New Warriors hold a special place in my heart. Excuse me. For reading comics. And man, it just pisses me off that they did this. By and large, it pisses me off. And I'll tell you the reason why it pisses me off. I said before that in this climate, in this world right now, the problem I have with a lot of stuff is that it doesn't speak to me. Okay? It doesn't speak to the black heterosexual male. It does not speak to me at all. Okay? You're either jokes or supporting characters, right? And what I'm noticing and what I'm seeing in all this bullshit that keeps going on with all these characters and media and whatnot is that it is like an all-out attack on black men of authority, black men of some prominence, and black men who are masculine. All day. And in the New Warriors, that's what you had. When I watched this damn trailer with the writer of this shit, and he's talking about his impressions of the New Warriors and stuff like that, I'm looking at this fucking dude and I'm like, okay. But some of the stuff that he was saying was key. He talked about Night Thrasher and how these characters are so cool and very 90s. And he's talking in a nostalgic way, meaning he probably never read this shit at all. I don't give a fuck what he said. He's probably never read this shit. But he's saying that Night Thrasher was intimidating because he had a knife coming out of his arm. Why the fuck would you be intimidated of a superhero and you're in the real world reading a comic? Why is the comic book character intimidating to you? To me, that's key. That's a racist sentiment. Because you already found out he's Night Thrasher. The name Night means black all in of itself. The fact that he has a knife, you feel intimidated of it? So you're afraid of black men. Fucking idiot. So that's what it sounds like to me. So, in taking his fear and decide he wants to write these characters, because how he describes all the characters is some feminine ass shit. An intimidating black man, the buff hunky Nova, you know, Namorita. It's like, what the fuck? This is some moist shit. He must be sitting on a diaper. I couldn't believe that shit. So he goes into explaining and throwing somebody under the bus, mind you, of who drew the characters and came up with all the character designs and all that bullshit. And I'm seeing these characters and they look fucking whack. All of them look whack. Some fucking stereotypes. Some fucking stereotypes. Here you have this team of elder now superheroes, right? Who are all badasses. They're all good. Even down to Speedball. Speedball knows some shit, okay? I've been following that character since he was first introduced in a Spider-Man annual. I still got the #1 to that shit, because I like Speedball as a character, right? This motherfucker brings these characters out that are tokenized stereotypes. Flat out. First character being Trailblazer, which is an overweight black woman who rushes into battle when she fights things, and she lives at a group home, and she has a magic backpack. Who the fuck is this? Dora the Explorer? The fuck? What? So they're trying to push the non-body shaming agenda with this character? Get the fuck out of here, man. The next one being what's his name? Screen Time, which is, he looks like he might be Latino or Asian or what the fuck ever, and he's just hardwired into the fucking internet. Because his grandfather created something. Okay. You don't got a father though, right? Okay. Then you get the twins. Snowflake and Safe Space. Mind you, these are both brown-skinned characters, obviously, right? Safe Space being the pink-haired, muscular jock, as he calls him, but he can only create force fields to protect other people, which is some fucking bullshit. How fucking lame is that? If somebody else is in danger, he can protect them. to use his body as a fucking shield, you fucking asshole. And then you have Snowflake that has the only offensive ability, but she's non-binary, so she doesn't use those terms to describe herself, but obviously she's feminine. And she has the only offensive weapon, which is Shuriken Snowflakes. Another stereotypical name. A black chick with blue hair. Now I'm listening to this shit. I'm not even gonna go into fucking, what's his name? Be Negative. You know, supposed to be some gothic kind of dude, because that was the only one who was actually a fucking creation. But if you ever read DV8, you know that's fucking Evo right there. That's all it is. It's a ripoff of another fucking character. It's all bullshit. And here's the thing to remember when you understand how much bullshit this actually is. When artists on comic books start making up characters, they may have their own characters put aside. But it's the writer who informs how they want these characters to be. They design the background for this character. These are the ones who design it. And they have say-so over how they want the character to fucking look, because the artist's job is to interpret what the writer writes. Visually. This writer's bullshit. This balding, four-eyed fucking fruitcake's job. That's him. So he was intimidated by Night Thrasher, but he's completely fine with Safe Space. An effeminate ass, pink wearing black man. Now he feels okay. Now he's not intimidated. Because he can do nothing but protect people. Fuck you. That dumb shit. And this is what gets me about that shit. It's like, why the fuck? Who asked for that? I understand that every so many years you gotta put out another book under that title or you lose the license. But why this bullshit? Why? My only reasoning is to think of is because that was the only team with a black man as the leader of it. The last one. Because they'd already killed the Ultimates book that had Black Panther, Blue Marvel, and all these black and ethnic characters on it. That was the powerhouse team. It already ended that book. Broke that team up. Black Panther off doing some dumb shit. Blue Marvel has been depowered. Spectrum has been depowered. Only person getting a boost out of this shit is fucking Captain Marvel. So now they go to the New Warriors. So when I heard Angry Man telling me this shit, I listened. I went back and looked at it because I didn't want to pay attention to this shit. I did not, because I just saw it as some bullshit. But going back, hearing this shit, looking at what they're putting forward, I agree with his ass. That might be time to just straight up boycott Marvel. And I'm a Marvel fan. I am a comics fan in general. I like Marvel, I like DC, I like Image. If you write a good book, I'm reading that motherfucker and I will buy it. Okay? I'm a geek. GeekElite. I will buy shit in geekdom. You know, cross boundaries. I don't give a fuck. But this shit right here, I already told people I haven't been buying and reading that many fucking comics because of what I was seeing in the comic books. It was too much bullshit. I don't have the patience for this shit anymore. I don't like seeing established characters fucking trashed for the point of pushing an agenda that is, even at this time in this crisis, is bullshit. Everybody can see it. So I was not trying to pay any attention to this shit. But listening to that shit now, oh, you got my motherfucking attention. Now you got my attention. Now I agree. I shouldn't be buying none of this shit. Truthfully, why should I? If you're gonna shit on the things that I love and try to just take it and wipe your ass or use it as a suppository, why should I support you in anything? You ain't speaking to me. Safe space don't represent me. He don't. It's nothing I aspire to. It's nothing I would want a 5-year-old kid, a 5-year-old black boy to aspire to. To be in a fucking human shield. But the overweight black girl is the forerunner. She's the one always running into a fight. This is some racist stereotypical bullshit. Disparaging these characters. 3 out of the 5 is obviously black. And 3 out of the 5 is pushing some gender fuck! I don't even want to say this shit. I don't even know what the fucking word is supposed to be. Some ridiculous gender politics. Put it that way. Gender anti-masculinity politics on this shit. That's what it's pushing. And it's written by some fucking dude. So, in essence, I hope this goes the same way all other New Warriors books have gone. Because mind you, I'm a fan of the New Warriors. I have that original run complete. Because I was on that shit from number 1. From Jump. From Night Thrasher 4 Control. I'm hoping it go the way that every other one of these books that they've done when they try to restart the New Warriors pushing some bullshit does. 12 issues and out. Finished. Book canceled. I want this shit canceled by issue 5. Since you gotta order this shit 3 months in advance, cool. Whenever this book is coming out, I'm not pushing this bitch. At all. I tell you exactly what I will do. I will do the exact fucking opposite. Since you're in a crisis, if you happen to pick up this book, which I don't know why, but if you did, use it for toilet paper. Save that shit. You might fucking need it. And maybe, if you crumple it up, that fucking snowflake won't cut your asshole. Stupid shit. That's my 2 cents on this shit. I'm going home and I'm putting my fucking groceries away. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play a little masculine game. I'm gonna go on Skyrim and I'm gonna just kill some shit. You know why? Because it's a brutal land. And I'm gonna get my mind in practice. Because for me, letting off aggression means somebody else gotta have it. And if you intimidated by that shit, well, be fucking intimidated, you weak bitch. Fucking stupid shit. I can't stand this shit. I cannot stand this shit. I guess I work in a comic store. I guess I just need to stop reading comics altogether. Your dumb asses. But luckily for me, I can write my own. So fuck you. Welcome to the competition. So that's it. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
You want to talk to me?